Hi everybody, how are you? Hope you guys all had a great weekend. I just wanted to come on here and give you guys a quick update. Last week I had reported, I believe it was on Wednesday, that I was 168. And you guys know that I'm all trying to get back down under my goal weight. Um, and you know that for about 5 months since July, I've been struggling with my weight, trying to go back down to my average weight of 154 to 156. And this week I am 164 today, 164.0. I did go down to 163 at one point. That was before the weekend. But I'm still trying to go back down. Um, January 6th, 2012 will be my 3-year surgery anniversary. And every year I usually have something big. January 6th of 2009 was the year that changed my life, was the year that I had decided to do, was my actual surgery day. That was January 6th, 2009. I will eventually get it engraved somewhere in my body because, again, that day is very special to me. And I use that day in many, many different ways. January 15th of 2010 was the year that I had my plastic surgery. And I had reached my goal in August of 2009. So I waited January, August, September, October, November, December, 4 months. I know it was pretty quick. So I had waited 4 months after I had reached my goal weight to do plastic surgery. So I did have it done very quickly, a year exactly after Lapand surgery. So January 2012, there's nothing really much big planned, except for my mini goal. My mini goal again is to go back under my goal weight of 160 pounds, and hopefully be between the range of 154 to 156. So that is the goal that I have set for myself to complete my 3-year surgery anniversary. 2012, I really don't have anything big planned out. I'm still thinking about what I'm going to do. I wanted to mention, right, that I was watching a new toy for Katie. Katie, I'm a very big fan of hers. I met her in person. She is gorgeous, has this huge personality. Love her to death. But she was talking about in her video how she still wows herself when she looks in the mirror, and she's 2 years out. Well, Katie, let me tell you that I'm 3 years out, and I still wow myself almost every other day. I swear to you, I pass by the mirror, and I still shock myself, literally. And I say to myself, will this ever go away? Will I ever get like completely adjusted to it? And I don't know, I really like that feeling. I don't want it to go away because, you really admire how far you have come. I started at 275 pounds. The lowest I've ever been in my life was 230 pounds. So for me to be thin and be healthy, that's huge. And for you to actually look in the mirror and like what you see, and and I swear you'd be like, damn, is this me? Damn, I look good. You look good in pictures, you look good in the mirror. You really, really get to see yourself and wow yourself. And 3 years out, almost 3 years out in January, you still wow. Well, at least for me, I still wow myself. So that's something that I really wanted to bring up here in this video because I still shock myself every other day. I tell you, it's crazy. And of course, I'm not being conceited or anything, but yeah, 3 years out, you still really like say wow. I wanted to talk about some of the things that I am doing in order to cut down my weight. I'm cutting down the alcohol because what I've been doing every weekend is drinking. When I was starting out the journey back in 2009, for 7 months straight, I really cut my social life altogether. You know, I was really dedicated and really focused into losing all the weight, so I didn't really have a social life. I didn't even go out on the weekends. Everything was exercise, 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 eating healthy and dieting. I mean, I just had a one-track mind, and that was to get this weight off. So a year after my weight loss, I became social again, started going out on the weekends, started drinking, having fun, you know, and that's something that I like to do. And I think that that has a lot to do with my weight gain, because before, if you go back into my videos, you guys know that I used to drink, but I used to drink like Patron shots, which didn't have, you know, calories. At least I don't think it does, or sugar-free Jello shots. So now lately, what I've been doing was drinking some of my favorite drinks like amaretto on the rocks, or Kahlúas, or Long Island iced teas, which is loaded with calories and sugars. And then even frequently, sometimes I would, like, if I'm having like a stressful day at work, or I'm just having a stressful situation, maybe one day out of the week, I would just like pick up, or during the weekday, I would just like pick up a drink and, drink. So I think that that has a lot to do with my weight gain, because you really have to avoid sugar and you have to really avoid high calorie drinks. And that's something that I've stressed throughout making my videos. So I'm eliminating alcohol. So I've been doing good so far. I only had one small drink during the weekend, and eventually it'll cut down to nothing. So I think that that has, like I said, I think that has a lot to do with it. So I'm not going to be doing it anymore. I'm going to start exercising 3 times a week starting out. Eventually it'll become 5 times a week. I'm thinking, I'm not too sure yet, that I might have a slight fill. The last time I got a fill was actually on my surgery, which is January 6th of 2011. That happened coincidentally. So I had gotten a fill, and I am currently at 5.7 cc's. I will not exceed 6 cc's, because the last time I was at 6 cc's, I was, typically throwing up every other day. And when I used to go to the restaurants, I used to get embarrassed, and had frequent visits to the bathroom. I mean, I don't want to get back to that point. 5.7 is really a good point for me, because I could still get to enjoy the foods I want, but with very limited quantity. I control my food portions. So a slight fill, and I'm talking about maybe 0.1 or 0.2 the most, which will bring me either up to 5.8 or 5.9. That's the most. I think it would restrict me from some foods, again, not all, and not make me sick. But by meaning sick, it's not getting the stuck episodes more, because when I was at 6 cc's, I wasn't able to get my protein in, because I was unable to eat any meat. So I don't even want to come close to that. So I'm still thinking about it. I'm still debating it, but these are some of the ideas I'm having in order to get back down to where I'm at. Again, detoxing my body, that's also one of the things. Yep, and just basically sticking to a healthy diet and exercising. And that's pretty much it. That's how I'm gonna get back down. Sticking to the rules, and that's it. So last year we did 12 days of Christmas. Wendy started that, Bandit Wendy, and I think we're gonna start that again this year. So I think that's gonna start on December 12th, if I'm not mistaken. But that's basically, we get on here every day, and we always have a topic to talk about. So that's from, I think, December 12th to December 25th. So you're going to be seeing me here every day, hopefully. And that's about it, guys. That's my update. Hope you guys are having a great day, and take care. Bye-bye.